Hello, I'm Shamal Verma, and as a parent, I know those first few months can feel like a whirlwind of joy, exhaustion, and a tiny bit of, am I doing this right? But trust me, you're doing great. And to help you feel even more confident, we're going to talk about some important milestones in your baby's development and a few little red flags to watch out for. Identifying red flags in the first year of life is crucial for early intervention. Now remember, every baby develops at their own pace. But if you notice any of these signs, don't hesitate to talk to your pediatrician. It's always better to be safe than sorry. Think of these as little signals your baby might be sending, saying, "Mommy, Daddy, I need a little extra help here." In these first few months, your little one is learning to connect with the world, and it all starts with you. You'll see those first smiles, those big, curious eyes locking onto yours. It's pure magic. By about 6 to 8 weeks, most babies will flash those heartwarming social smiles. And as they grow, they crave more interaction, cooing, gurgling, and those delightful baby conversations. By around 2 months, you'll notice your baby making more eye contact with you. They're starting to recognize you as the source of love, comfort, and of course, those delicious meals. By 4 months, you'll see those reciprocal interactions blossom. They'll respond to your smiles, coos, and silly faces with their own adorable expressions. Around 6 months, babies usually develop a strong attachment to their caregivers. They recognize familiar voices and faces, and often show a preference for their primary caregivers. One of the most exciting milestones is your baby's language development. It starts with those early coos and gurgles, music to a parent's ears. Around 2 months old, babies begin to coo, making vowel sounds like oo and ah. By 4 months, babies will turn their heads towards sounds, trying to locate where those interesting noises are coming from. Between 6 and 9 months, you'll hear more consonant sounds and babbling like ba-ba-ba or ma-ma-ma. By their first birthday, many babies will even say a few simple words like mama, dada, or bye-bye. It's amazing how quickly they catch on. Now let's talk about those amazing physical milestones. In the first few months, you'll see your baby progress from those adorable jerky movements to more purposeful actions. They'll start by lifting their heads during tummy time, strengthening those neck muscles. By 5 to 6 months old, most babies can roll from tummy to back and back to tummy. It's like their own little workout routine. Around 8 months, they'll master the art of sitting independently, giving them a whole new perspective on the world. And then comes the crawling, scooting, and pulling themselves up, getting ready to explore every nook and cranny of your home. Chapter 4: Cognitive Development. Tiny explorers with big brains. Your baby's brain is growing at an incredible speed during this first year. They're like little scientists, constantly observing, experimenting, and learning about the world around them. One of the earliest signs of cognitive development is their ability to track objects with their eyes. By 3 months, babies should be able to follow a moving object with their gaze. Between 4 and 6 months, you'll notice them reaching for and grasping objects, bringing everything to their mouths for further investigation. And by 9 months, they develop object permanence, understanding that things still exist even when they can't see them. Peekaboo becomes a whole new game. Chapter 5: Sensory Development: Experiencing the World Through Their Senses. Your baby's senses are developing rapidly, allowing them to experience the world in all its richness and wonder. From the moment they're born, they're bombarded with sights, sounds, smells, tastes, and textures. In the first few weeks, you'll notice your baby reacting to loud sounds, often with a startle reflex. This is perfectly normal. But if they consistently don't react to loud sounds, it's worth mentioning to your pediatrician. As they grow, they'll start to show preferences for certain sounds, sights, and even smells. You might find they're particularly soothed by the sound of your voice or the scent of your familiar perfume. Chapter 6: Decoding Babies' Behavior. Babies communicate through their behavior long before they can speak. As parents, we become experts at reading their cues, the different cries, the facial expressions, the body language. It's like learning a secret language only you share. By 4 months, babies develop a wider range of facial expressions, showing joy, sadness, anger, and surprise. These expressions are their way of telling you how they're feeling and what they need. If you notice a lack of variation in their facial expressions or any unusual behaviors like persistent stiffness or floppiness, it's a good idea to talk to your pediatrician. So, there you have it. A quick guide to some important developmental milestones and red flags to watch for in your baby's first year. Remember, every baby is unique and develops at their own pace. Don't get too caught up in comparing your little one to others. Keep a watch on these signs. Happy parenting. But trust your instincts. You know your baby best. If something doesn't feel right, don't hesitate to reach out to your pediatrician. They're there to support you every step of the way. This is a time of incredible growth and discovery for both you and your baby. Embrace every moment. Cherish those precious milestones and remember, you're doing a fantastic job.